So recently, I put out a series of Snapchats about Uncut Gems. And a lot of people were confused. Regardless of the comments, they were confused as to whether or not I liked Uncut Gems. And I didn't. I was just being a troll. The amount of overhype that this movie has been getting since it's been in theaters has been annoying. So I decided to just kind of troll my people on Snapchat a little bit. And I don't think it's mythological. I don't think it's like the second coming of cinema. And I don't think, I do think that the Safdie brothers' first film is better, Good Time with Robert Pattinson. I don't think Adam Sandler does anything in this movie that's remarkable. Just because you've made one good movie in the past 10 years doesn't mean you deserve to be nominated for an Oscar or just get an Oscar or whatever. You know, he got the People's Choice Award or the Critics' Choice Award. Good, great, good for him. I mean, I thought he did better in the Meyerowitz stories. I thought he did a better job in Punch Drunk Love. I did not think that this movie was anything particularly special. I also didn't think it was a bad movie, but I just didn't like it. However, there are some movies that I want to talk about that I did like, and since we find ourselves quarantined, whether we're going to work and coming home and we're stuck in a quarantine in our houses, or we're unemployed, which if you're unemployed, I'm so sorry. I hope you're hanging in there. Or if we're working from home, we still have a lot of time on our hands, and everything's closed, and we want to watch movies. We want to listen to music. We want to read books. We want to be entertained. Let's cook and clean and make sure our house is okay. But me, I love movies. I love comics. I love physical media. So I'm doing all right. I got everything I need here in my house. So that being said, the movies that came out last year that I really enjoyed. First one, I have it on Blu-ray, but my parents have it. They want to watch it. And that's Joker. Joker was phenomenal. I mean, what can I say at this point that hasn't been said about Joker? Joaquin Phoenix is amazing. You know, it was beautifully shot. But there are two actors in two of the movies that I want to talk about that I think were utilized in the correct way, in ways that they haven't been utilized in recent years. And so that's Joker, Robert De Niro, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, great, Al Pacino. Al Pacino and Robert De Niro are fucking legends, right? They'll always have everyone's respect. The thing about legacy is it doesn't matter how you started or how you end. It's the legacy that people remember. So if Robert De Niro were to die after he made Bad Grandpa, you think people are going to remember, oh, it was the last time I was Bad Grandpa? No. Legacy. And a good way for them to go out, I think, is to kind of stay in the background like they did. Like Al Pacino did in this movie, or how De Niro did in Joker. I think Tarantino and Todd Phillips utilized them the way that they're meant to be utilized at their age. They're old. They don't really look good anymore. And they can't move as well as they used to. So they can't really play gangsters anymore. The Irishman, I still haven't had it in me to watch. I have not found myself to find it in me to sit down for 3 hours and to watch that. I heard it's great. I'm sure it is. I love Martin Scorsese. I mean, come on. And I'm an idiot for not watching it, right? But still, in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Al Pacino plays this agent who's trying to get Leonardo DiCaprio's character, trying to help him become relevant again in Hollywood. And he's in the background of the movie. He plays a supporting role, but a meaningful supporting role. And it's great. He's great in every scene. And it's like the perfect part for him to be playing at his age. Same with De Niro and Joker. The spotlight isn't on him. He's supporting. And their presence in these films just bump the films up because they are these legends. And they're playing roles that I think are more appropriate for them to be playing at their ages. So, that being said, Joker, loved it. Once Upon a Time, loved it. You're quarantined. Give those a watch if you haven't. Also, I'm a huge nerd. I love comics. I love the MCU. I love Marvel. Avengers Endgame. Hello? Holy fucking shit. So, if you haven't seen any of the MCU movies, this is the perfect time to binge them in order, and then cap it all off with watching Endgame. I mean, what an emotional roller coaster ride. Being invested in these characters and these films for as long as we have. I can't believe, the first Iron Man movie came out in 2008. Man, that's pretty wild that I've been around for this whole thing. But I don't want to talk too much about Avengers Endgame because that movie's been talked about enough, and obviously I loved it. You probably loved it. Everyone loves it. Or maybe not. I don't know. Film's subjective. But yeah, that's another one that's on my list for top movies of the year. And then the next one is Crawl. Fucking movie about a hurricane in Florida, alligators, and a girl going to try and save her father, who's, stranded, trapped, wounded in his basement. I guess you could say that it's a horror movie. I just think it's more of a thriller. I mean, it's horrific. Yeah, it's a horror movie. I mean, this could happen. And honest to God, man, I've seen a lot of movies, and this had me on the edge of my seat the whole fucking time. And this is something that really can get to you if you set the mood. Like, if you shut off all the lights, maybe light one single candle, and you turn up the surround sound or your speaker or whatever, you watch this on the best TV in your house. This is really atmospheric. It moves very quickly. It's not very long, and I love this. Super good. Barry Pepper plays the father. Fucking Barry Pepper from, those movies in the 90s. He was in Saving Private Ryan or Black Hawk Down or one of those ones, and of course we all remember him from The Green Mile, and he was in Battlefield Earth, a true classic. And yeah, Barry Pepper's in this. He looks good. He does great. The young girl who plays his daughter, she's the lead. She does a fantastic job. And it's produced by Sam Raimi. It's directed by Alejandro Aja or whatever. He directed something important. I think he directed the Don't Breathe or something, which was good. It was okay. But this one right here, man, this is a great thriller, horror, edge of your seat, fucking nail biter, man. I found myself really invested in this, and it's a good one, I think, to throw on, maybe when it's like raining out, storm and thunderstorm, or just in October when you want to watch all your scary movies. And then the other one I have here, Peanut Butter Falcon. One of Shia LaBeouf's finest performances of his career. I think this is just a great, heartwarming story, coming-of-age story, a story about redemption. And John Hawkes is in here. He's great. Bruce Dern pops up. And then you have your three leads with Shia LaBeouf, Dakota Johnson, and Zach Gottsagen. Very, 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 very good. I really, really love Peanut Butter Falcon, and this is just a good movie. Like, if you're feeling down, and throw this on, man. This would be a good kind of remedy for someone who's kind of feeling like shit, because it's just kind of about good people doing good things for each other for the most part. And I really loved it, and it really resonated with me. It's just a cute film. So, Peanut Butter Falcon. The next movie, holy shit. So first of all, I actively seek out movies every year that could potentially become cult classics, so bad that they're good. And in most recent years, nothing has ever surpassed so bad. Like movies recently that have the potential to be so bad that they're good have only just been bad. But that's where my man John Travolta comes in, okay? The Fanatic with John Travolta. Oh my God. I have one word that perfectly epitomizes this movie. Poppycock! just watch it. You'll understand. But this is so bad, it's good. In a couple of years, this is going to be a cult classic. It's going to have some sort of a fucking following for sure. I watched it. I blind bought it, knowing that I was going to like it after hearing people talk about it. And I don't ever really blind buy movies. And I watched it, and I was so glad I blind bought it. I love it. I've watched it about 3 times since I got it. I showed it to some friends. It's a great one to sit and kind of have some beers with and get a pizza. And you could probably come up with a nice drinking game for this one, too, which is also fun. And my friends loved it. Like, my buddy, it really kind of hit him. He loves it. He's watched it quite a few times with quite a few of, some family members and people in his circle that he would think that would like the movie. And yeah, this one's great. It is so damn funny. It was so bad, it's good. I mean, it's directed by Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit fame. Stars John Travolta, some smoking hot Canadian chick from Degrassi, and Devon Sawa, who we haven't seen in a long time. And he does a great job. I mean, I don't want to... The acting in here is not bad. But Travolta is... I mean, it's... You have to see it to believe it. It's great. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope that I've recommended a few things to you guys that when you're quarantined and stuck at home and you don't know what to do and you don't know what to watch, hopefully you can throw on one of these movies and be immersed and forget about all this nonsense that's happening right now, because it's on the tip of everyone's tongues. It's like everywhere you look, everything you hear is, about this terrible virus. So cheers to escapism and movies, and hopefully I recommended some things that'll make the quarantine a little bit more enjoyable. So, have a good one, guys.